Librarian, hello. Welcome to the library. How can I help you today? Boy, hi. I'm new here, and this is actually my first time visiting. I'd like to learn about how the library works and maybe get a library card if I need one. Librarian, that's wonderful. Yes, having a library card will allow you to borrow books, access computers, and even check out digital resources. Would you like me to walk you through the process of getting one? Boy, yes, that would be great. I don't know what I'll need or how it all works. Librarian, no worries. The process is simple. First, we just need you to fill out an application form. It only requires basic information. Then you'll need to show a form of ID, like a driver's license or any government-issued ID. Boy, okay, that doesn't sound too complicated. I do have my ID with me. Is there anything else I'll need? Librarian, just your ID and the completed form should be enough. We also have 2 membership options. If you live in this area, the card is free. For non-residents, there's a small annual fee to cover costs. Boy, I actually live nearby, so I think I'd qualify for the free one. Librarian, perfect. In that case, you won't need to worry about any fees. Let me grab an application form for you. Here you go. Boy, thanks. I'll start filling it out, but I might have some questions as I go along. Librarian, sure, take your time. I'm here to help if anything is unclear. Boy, let's see. For the address part, do I need to include my full address, like with the apartment number and all? Librarian, yes, please include your full address. It helps us in case we ever need to send you any notices, like reminders for overdue books or announcements about new resources. Boy, got it. And under contact information, should I write down my phone number or my email, or both? Librarian, either works, but it's helpful if you include both. That way you can get email notifications about your due dates, and we can reach you by phone if needed. Boy, sounds good. I'll add both. Also, is it necessary to provide an emergency contact? Librarian, no, just your contact details are enough. We don't need an emergency contact. Boy, okay, that makes it easy. And oh, there's a section here asking if I'm a student. Is that required? Librarian, no, that's optional. It's mostly for statistical purposes. You can skip it if you prefer. Boy, I'll just leave that blank then. All right, I think I've filled everything out. Here you go. Librarian, thank you. Let me take a quick look. Yes, everything looks good here. I'll go ahead and process this, which should only take a few minutes. Boy, no problem. Thanks. I'm looking forward to being a member. I've heard the library has a lot to offer. Librarian, absolutely. We have a wide range of books, magazines, ebooks, study spaces, and even computers you can use. Plus, with your library card, you'll be able to access many digital resources from home as well. Boy, that sounds really convenient. I didn't realize a library card would give me so many options. Librarian, yes, there's so much available to our members. Once your card is ready, I can tell you more about what's offered here. Boy, I'd like that. I'm especially interested in the books and any study resources that might help with my studies. Librarian, of course, you'll find plenty of options for that here. By the way, you can borrow up to 10 books at a time, so there's no need to limit yourself. Boy, 10 books? That's very generous. I can see myself using this card a lot. Librarian, I'm glad to hear that. All right, your application has been approved. Here's your library card. Welcome to the library. Boy, thank you. So how does the card work exactly? Librarian, good question. Just bring it with you every time you visit. You'll use it to check out books and access computers. You can also log into our website with your card number to borrow ebooks or reserve items. Boy, got it. Are there any other rules or things I should know as a new member? Librarian. Yes, just a few basics. Please make sure to return books on time. If you need more time, you can renew them online or at the library. And remember, we do have late fees if books are overdue. Boy, I'll keep that in mind. How much are the late fees? Librarian. It's 10 cents per day per book. It's just a small fee, but it's always best to return or renew on time to avoid any charges. Boy, definitely. Thanks for explaining everything so clearly. This really helps me understand how things work here. Librarian. You're very welcome. Don't hesitate to ask if you have any more questions. We're here to help. Boy, I appreciate it. I'm excited to start exploring and using my new library card. Librarian. Great. Enjoy and welcome once again to the library. Boy. So, now that I have my card, could you tell me more about the types of resources available here? I'd like to know what I can use or borrow. Librarian. Absolutely. We have several sections. First, we have our book section, which includes fiction, nonfiction, reference books, and academic books. We also have ebooks that you can borrow and read online. Boy, that's great. I didn't know ebooks were available too. Librarian. Yes, and they're really convenient. You can borrow them directly from our website once you're logged in with your library card. Boy, nice. What other resources are there? Librarian. We also have magazines and newspapers in the reading area. Plus, if you need to use a computer, we have several available for library members. There's also a quiet study room if you'd like a place to read or work. Boy, that sounds perfect. The study room would be really useful for me. Librarian. I'm glad to hear that. The study room is available to all members, and it's usually a nice, quiet space for focusing. Boy, great. And what are the borrowing rules? How many items can I take out at once and for how long? Librarian. Good question. You can borrow up to 10 items at a time. Books and ebooks can be borrowed for 3 weeks. Magazines, however, are limited to a 1-week borrowing period. Boy. Okay, so 3 weeks for books and 1 week for magazines. And what if I need more time with a book? Librarian. You can renew your borrowed items if no one else has requested them. Renewals can be done online, in person, or by calling us. You get an extra 3 weeks per renewal. Boy, that's very helpful. I'll definitely keep the renewal option in mind. Librarian. Just remember to renew before the due date. We send reminders by email, so if you check your email regularly, you'll get a heads up. Boy, that's good to know. Are there any fines if I return something late? Librarian. Yes, there is a small fine for overdue items. It's 10 cents per day per book. For magazines, it's 5 cents per day. We try to keep the fines low, but it's still a good idea to return items on time. Boy, absolutely. I'll make sure to be on time or renew. Do you also have a system for reserving books? Librarian. Yes. If a book is currently checked out, you can place a hold on it. This means you'll be next in line to borrow it when it's returned. We'll notify you by email once it's available. Boy, that's really convenient. What about special collections? Are there any unique resources I should know about? Librarian. Yes, we have a few special collections. We have rare books, local history resources, and archives that you can access here in the library, though they can't be taken home. If you're interested, I can show you where those collections are located. Boy, I'd definitely like to check them out sometime. And what about online resources? Are there any that I can access from home? Librarian. Yes, we have several online databases and resources available to members. These include academic journals, research tools, and ebooks. All you need is your library card number to log in on our website. Boy, that's great. I'm sure I'll be using those. How do I find these online resources on the website? Librarian. When you visit our website, there's a section called Digital Resources. You'll find everything there. Just click on any resource and it'll ask you to enter your library card number. Boy, perfect. I'll make sure to explore that section when I'm home. Do you have any tips for getting the most out of my library visits? Librarian: Sure. I recommend checking the library catalog online before you come. That way you can see what's available and make a list. Also, feel free to ask us if you need help finding a book or resource. Boy, that's a good idea. I think I'll start by exploring a bit today and getting familiar with the different sections. Librarian: Absolutely. And remember, you're welcome to join any of our events or workshops. We have regular book clubs, study groups, and sometimes guest lectures. You'll find a list on our website and the bulletin board near the entrance. Boy, that sounds interesting. I might join a book club or study group when I have more time. Librarian: We'd love to have you. You'll find that being part of the library community can be a great way to meet people and share ideas. Boy, I can see that. Thank you for all the information. I feel a lot more confident about using the library now. Librarian: You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. If you ever have questions or need assistance, please feel free to ask any of us here. Boy, I'll definitely do that. Thanks again for everything. I'm really looking forward to coming here regularly. Librarian: We're glad to have you as a new member. Enjoy exploring, and welcome to the library community. Boy, thanks. I'll see you around. Find the mistake. Incorrect. How do I can get a library card? Correct. How can I get a library card? Explanation. The phrase "do I can" is incorrect because can already serves as the helping verb. Just how can I is needed. Incorrect. Could you explain me the resources available? Correct. Could you explain the resources available to me? Explanation. Explain is followed by the thing being explained, then to the person. The correct order is explain topic to person. 5 vocabulary words. Resources. Materials or items available for use like books, computers, or magazines. Renewal. Extending the time you can keep a borrowed item. Overdue. When something is not returned on time. Database. A collection of information that can be accessed, like online articles or research. Workshop. A class or meeting where people learn about or work on a topic together. If you want to see how to ask about gym services and memberships in simple English, click the video here or follow the link in the description.